Okay, so I said I wasn't gonna make a yapping video about post Guild War, but I felt like this was. I kind of changed my mind upon thinking about it. I was like, I kind of still want to talk about Grand Blue Fantasy a little bit more after Guild War. So I decided to wrap this video together with both my account plans for the next coming months and just post Guild War stuff as well. So let's talk about Guild War for a second. I actually had a couple of videos that I made for Guild War about my setups, but I kind of figured that it was like really low invested in Agna, so it wasn't all that important or interesting. I felt like the only good thing about my setups were the fact that I had a whole bunch of like really powerful characters, so I felt like if I showed them, the setups wouldn't. There was no point in posting them. I'll probably like link the few. I think I had one recorded and edited that I'll probably just like link in the description in case anyone actually wants to see it. But again, the war is over, so it doesn't matter anymore. So my crew was in tier A. Like I said in my last yapping video for Grand Blue Fantasy, my friend Shy, our cord, farmed like 500k meat. Not 500k meat, 500k honors day one in order to get everyone into tier A, which is good. And I didn't get top 90k. Top 90k this Guild War was kinda ass. I'm gonna be real with you. 2.6 billion honors. I blame Florence for this, by the way, because, well, it's not just Florence, but it's also the fact that it's been easier. They keep making it easier and easier to get meat, and setups keep getting better and better at killing Nightmare 200, so it's just much easier to get a lot more honors than you used to. Like, this Guild War, I still got like a crazy amount of honors. I still got 2 billion honors, and it honestly didn't take me that much time or investment in order to get this amount. Like, when we look at my setups real quick, ignore this, I was farming Lumi Malice. Not Lumi Malice, but I was farming M3 because I felt like it. Like, my Nightmare 200 setup was just this. It was just these 4 characters on full auto with this grid, and I had a Nightmare 150 setup that was just this, but with Belial as a quick summon, and my Nightmare 200 setup was the exact same thing, but with this as the quick summon, and it was like a 10-minute full auto. That's not exactly amazing, but it worked enough for Guild War, and I was like, man, I don't really care much about this element anyway, so I'm just gonna run this. My Nightmare 95 and 100, like my 100 was actually kind of try-hard. I tried-harded on like day 3, I guess. Because I was just using this setup, and I believe I used Killing Friend, and I just did the basic H-Florence stuff with dumping all your buffs on the MC, and you just kill and past everything. So that wasn't all that interesting, which is why I didn't share that. And my Nightmare 90 was pretty much just the wiki setup. Let me pull it up in a different tab here and show it to you guys. So if we go to advanced grids on the side that you can't see here, like again, I showed this one in the last video about Guild War, like how you should just copy setups from here. Nightmare 95, I just used this one button Couture Siete. I just used this one button. There was it Nightmare 150 that I'm thinking about that had like a Rising Force? I'm trying to think of the setup that I also use this one. Because I know I used this one, but I'm pretty sure I used them on 95 as well. No, wait, 95 is the one I was talking about using Florence for. Yeah, my bad. So anyway, my Guild War setups were not interesting. Yeah, I barely played Guild War like manually at all this Guild War. I legit only did day 3 with Nightmare 95. Not day 3, day 2 with Nightmare 95. That's the only one that I like try-harded on. So yeah, that's kind of what I did this Guild War. And now we know what the next Guild War is. If we go back to this timeline thing, we know that Dark Guild War is next, and it starts on the 21st. Wow, it's not here. Well, if I go in game, it says Dark Guild War is next. Where is it? Event promos, night fight included. You pick up, yeah. Boss's element is light, so we know that starting on June 21st to June 28th, it's going to be Guild War again. But I just decided that I'd make this video talking about my light Guild War stuff, which is, you know, really short. It's only been like 5 minutes. And I combine it with my preparations and plans for Dark Guild War and my plans for my account over the next coming months. Real talk, Dark Guild War is probably just going to be just as ass as Light Guild War because of the fact that this weapon exists. If I go to the shop, We go trade moons. I have the weapon. And we go to these illustrious weapons. Because this dog water weapon exists, Guild War is gonna be complete ass. Like double strike, yeah, it's pretty much gonna trivialize. It's gonna trivialize so much. It's gonna trivialize meat farming. It's gonna trivialize Nightmare 90, 95, maybe 100, probably 150. It probably won't trivialize 200. But then again, Dark Olivia exists, and you can pretty much turn off the boss for 2 turns or 3 turns using her. So there's a chance that it might do everything, which is why I should trade for it. Oh no, I misclicked. I misclicked again. I keep misclicking. Oops. Yeah, so I got hunting instead. I don't care about Dark, bro. I don't play Dark enough in order to warrant spending 150 moons on an element that I don't honestly give the rat's ass about. So I just spent the 150 moons on hunting instead. So I'm just gonna have fun with hunting. If you remember, like my last video, I said I was gonna wait until I farmed a few more bars in order to do hunting, and well, I kind of farmed more bars. I got this one in cats, but I still need 4 more bars in order to finish my Earth grid until Exalto comes out. When that comes out, I need another 6 bars, so you know that's fun. So my plans for Dark Guild War are pretty much heavily predicated on Dark M3 being good. It's probably gonna be good. They probably do like the Exalta weapon again, which I'm gonna farm. And this time I'll actually farm, because I learned from last Guild War that if you don't farm it and you try to do manual, you're gonna not have a fun time. Especially since I spent all those moons on hunting. I just spent all those moons in front of you for hunting, and I have the characters too for like most of Dark. Like I have Vicky for the full auto. I have Glitch and Fedio for that full auto as well. Then I have Seox, who I plan on getting to 150 over the course of the coming months. I do have to farm Dark Orbs because he's sitting at 100. Let me go to uncap stuff. Yeah, I need 2,000 more Dark Orbs in order before I can start on Seox. But I have most of the characters to do well in Dark. I'm not gonna FLB Nier for Dark, so hopefully that doesn't come to bite me in the ass. But I just don't care enough. I might get her weapon to 100, 210 for like, you know, just the extra mod, but it's not super high. It's not super high priority for me because I'm working on Lobelia right now. So like I just bought hunting. I'm going more into Earth and Earth as the day passes. I'm farming all these bars for Earth right now, so I'm just trying to get my Earth grid ready. I know it's not Earth Guild War next, but I just like Earth, so I want to get better in the elements. So. Also, we know for a fact that what am I thinking of? Right, And You is going to be rerun in June, like the weekend before Guild War, and because of the way that the last few anniversary reruns have happened, usually when they happen they bring a grand character, so we are probably expecting a Dark Grand in 2 months from now on a Flash. People are speculating it to be either Serial, it's mostly just Serial and a Rologia, I guess. Like, you could argue it could be Magus, but the thing is, Dark doesn't have any male seasonals and it doesn't have any male grands. So I'm thinking it might be a Rologia on a technicality because they're female depending on what your character's MC is. So, and if that is the case, I might actually try to get her down the line because I find a Rologia cute, but it's not like high priority for me. Again, I don't really care all that much about Dark, so this spark that I'm saving up towards right now, it's not for Dark, it's for my Earth. It's for when Earth Exalto drops, the idea is to be sparking on that banner. Of course, whether I'm even able to do that without shelling out a few dollars is heavily questionable. I only have like 100 rolls on me right now, because 30k crystals is 100 rolls. That's 20k, so that's like 66 rolls, and I have, yeah, about exactly 100 rolls right now. So I still need to do a lot more farming before I have enough crystals to be safe and to spark the Exalto as soon as it comes out. So back to this, the reason I had the wiki up, we know for a fact that next week we're getting the new recruitable characters, the first farmable characters in 4 years. We're starting off with the Rise of the Beast characters, and Chichiri, the one for fire, is going to be the one that comes out. Chichiri is just her name, the unofficial name. They'll probably change it into something less annoying to say when she comes out, but I will be going ham on Rise of the Beast like day one in order to try to get her as fast as possible. Hopefully she doesn't require a brick or anything super annoying. She might cost sands, and as you can see, well, you can't see, but now you can still not see. I only have 4 sands on hand right now, which is enough to do Celeste's M3 when it comes out, but it's not enough if this girl also requires sands as well. Like, they said they're going to be adding a sand to that event, but like I'm probably not ready to uncap her as soon as possible. So I'll just try to like bum rush uncapping her and getting all her stuff, so I can make a couple of fire heavily invested videos for her like day one. Is that a gun? Nope. I will probably purpering her, assuming she's not like complete utter garbage. I don't think she's going to be complete utter garbage, considering the fact, again, first farmable characters in 4 years since the evokers. They're probably all going to be pretty okay or niche in the elements. Maybe good. I hope she's good. I'm kind of tired of using Zeta and Percy all the time, man. I've been suffering from success, I know, but like hopefully they're all good. But with Rise of the Beast about to come out in like 4 days, I will probably be slowing down the Grand Blue Fantasy yapping videos on this channel a bit, because like I said, I'm really only qualified to talk about fire, and I don't really think I am all that interesting enough to warrant talking about all the other stuff that you can hear, like Hiroshi Sora talk about this game, or you can listen to DYDK talk about this game, or you can follow Yumikin on Twitter. Like, there's so many people who talk about this game with a lot of passion and who are just way more knowledgeable about like everything else in this game compared to me, who only really knows stuff about fire and just that element. So I will probably be shifting more towards like gameplay videos of fire element stuff. So like I have a couple of meme ideas, a couple of actual ideas. I plan on showcasing heavily invested, let me go to extra grids real quick. I plan on showcasing heavily invested Fire Chrysor in Hexa, but I still need to get a little better at the fight and be better and more consistent at canceling triggers before I make a video that I'm super happy of. I also will be planning on making my own video regarding, let me find the grid here, it's somewhere here. Yes, Mana Diver and Fog Zero. So this is my grid for Mana Diver and Fog Zero. I'm still trying to get better at using the fight. I legit was trying to practice in my own host, and I killed Finny for the on the fight on accident. She had the turn 5 re-healed, and it happened. It lined up directly with the on the fight, and I was like, man. I was lucky because just like the turn before, someone else had entered, so it wasn't me who entered the thing. But still, I still got improved at the fight a little bit more before I'm confident enough to make a couple of videos. But I will be making videos regarding these two relatively tame setups, and then I have a couple of mean setups that I was working on. I wanted to run this setup in Hexa like before the rebalances for the both of them, because I just found it funny. I'm gonna be real with you. I will probably run this setup again. I might swap him for someone else. Like maybe I run C-No or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna make a couple of meme videos like that are heavily invested fire stuff, trying to race in Hexa or maybe Fog Zero, with like maybe characters like Shine and maybe a couple of other fire characters that don't get to see a lot of use, because like my barracks for fire are pretty full. So I'm just kind of interested in showcasing off all the characters in fire, even if a lot of these guys are kind of shitters compared to Zeta and Percival. I feel like they're pretty. It's still a really fun element to play, even if the element is like way past the power level that it was before. Like I'm kind of interested in like regular Percival, regular Zeta, and Fog Zero, but I don't want it too hard unless it's in my own host. So I'll do a lot of those sort of videos in the coming weeks, at least until summer. So you're probably not going to see me talking in front of a screen about Grand Blue Fantasy for a very long time. So don't worry about that. So let me double check on my notepad, make sure I talked about everything I needed to. Again, this yapping video is going to be relatively short. Oh right, next Rise of the Beast is also adding a perpetuity ring, I believe. Yeah, so I'll probably be purpling Chichiri as soon as she comes out. I mean, she's also cute, so I don't mind doing that purpling. But I will also probably be spending some more purplings in Light and Dark, Light and Earth, because as you can see, most of my purplings right now are like meta. Like, I like Zeta, but she's I perped her to use in Flaw Zero. Not Flaw Zero, regular Flaw. Again, ring for regular Flaw. I ring this guy for meta, but then I actually ended up liking him. These were waifu rings. This was definitely a waifu ring. Again, I don't even like Dark like that. Meta ring, meta ring, waifu and meta. She's cute, and I like hard content, so she got the ring. This is... This ring is more waifu than I'd like to admit. Anyway, most of my rings are mostly meta. Like, I had this Mugen ring here. I legit ringed this loser just because I was going to use him in Fa. I heavily regret this ring, by the way. I kind of wish I could take it off him. But everything else is like a combination of me liking the character and deciding if they're going to be useful in meta. So, Chichiri, I'll probably ring. Speaking of characters that I need to ring, let me ring Makura right now. I already told you that I'm going into Primal Light anyway, so this character she's gonna get like a massive buff in like a year anyway when she comes back and gets her full limit break anyway in what, 2026. So might as well just have that ring in advance. And I don't think there's any other character in Light that I want to ring right now. Like, I could ring H Florence, but like, I'd like to ring H Florence or Forest, but like, I don't use Light enough right now to warrant ringing them. So it's like, it's that. So now, okay, that's it. Now, if you are at the end of this video and you're surprised that I didn't talk about Melty Blood, or the fact that I didn't make a Melty Blood yapping video last week, don't worry, I'll be making a video, a yapping video about that in like literally the same day, but I'm going to post it tomorrow because I already have like 2 uploads scheduled today. This one and like a set of me versus Nick and Melty. So I didn't want to like spam people's sub boxes to the people who are subscribed to me. So the yapping video talking about Melty will be tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching this.